I saw this guy was talking about the Xbox Phil Spencer retires thing. I think I've seen him before. I don't really watch his videos too much, but um, he is. Let me see. Can anybody? Let me see if that's visible. See his channel, Yong Yi. Yeah, that's the channel doing this video, and I thought it was kind of interesting. He covered that, so I wanted to check it out a little bit.
Well, I suppose this is
Let's
about
see.
a breaking
Let's see what he
news
says.
quintet. Phil Spencer is retiring from Xbox. And not just Phil Spencer. Same goes for Sarah Bond, and there will be some significant leadership shifts that will no doubt significantly shape the future of Xbox. And all of this is detailed in the following IGN article titled Phil Spencer retiring, Sarah Bond out, Matt Booty promoted as
Matt
Microsoft
Booty.
AI executive Asha Sharma is named new Xbox boss.
She was the
Yeah,
AI
there's
person, is
already
what
signs
everybody
of
keeps
foreboding
saying. So
within
I
that
guess they were
headline
worried that
itself.
she's
The
just
article
going to put
talks
more
about how
AI
Phil
into
Spencer
the
has been with Microsoft since he
Microsoft
joined as an
processes,
intern in
Microsoft
1988 and
Xbox
has been with
Store, stuff
Xbox
like
since
that,
the
maybe.
software giant launched its
She
first
might.
console in 2001.
She
He will
might.
then become head of Xbox in March of 2014 and has been spearheading Xbox as a platform and a brand since, though his tenure as boss of
Okay.
Xbox,
Category
I would
updated.
say it's not gone particularly well. Now, he did help acquire ZeniMax for billions of dollars, and there's the Activision Blizzard acquisition for $69 billion. That'll no doubt be among his biggest marks for his tenure as Xbox's boss. But yeah, he's out. Based on what sources told IGN, Spencer's
That was pretty
retirement is
sudden too.
effective on Monday, February
From what I saw,
23rd.
they just, hey,
Meanwhile,
this guy's
Xbox
out.
President Sarah
Old
Bond,
CEO's
long
out.
thought by many,
Total game
both
changer there. They just
inside and
changed it up,
outside of
changed
Microsoft,
everything around.
Spencer's heir apparent has
So that does
resigned.
tend to
She too
happen.
decided, I'm out. We have
But
not seen a
that was
statement
pretty
from
sudden,
Sarah
and it was
Bond. We
two
don't
people they
exactly know
changed
why
out. So
she
it's
is
interesting.
retiring so out of the blue. We don't know if there's been some internal strife and some internal disagreements in terms of the direction of Xbox that Sarah Bond did not agree with, or if Phil and Sarah are just tired and just genuinely want to do something else with their lives.
Yeah, it
Instigated
was just
all
so
this,
sudden.
but
It's
I'm
like,
not
what's the
particularly
deal? Why'd that
optimistic
happen?
about the fact that the new CEO of Microsoft Gaming will be Asha Sharma, currently the president of
Whatever it
Microsoft's
is,
core
Microsoft thinks
AI
it's going to be a
product. Now,
more
she will be
profitable
working
decision for
closely
them,
with
one way or
Xbox
another.
veteran and
So
Xbox
that's why
Game
they made it.
Studios
They
head
think it's going to
Matt
make them
Booty,
more
who has been
money.
promoted to
So
chief
let's see how
content
that pans
officer.
out.
But at the end
I
of
don't
the
know.
day, Asha Sharma is the one at the top of the
Them
pyramid
raising the
when
Game
it
Pass
comes to
price
Xbox,
and
and her decisions
saying
will
everything's an Xbox and
overrule
stuff like
Matt
that. It was an
Booty. If
interesting
say like
marketing
Matt
choice.
Booty
Not
was
sure if it was a
promoted to
good
head
one,
of
but
Xbox, I'd feel a little more comfortable. But Asha Sharma being from Microsoft, being more from like an AI division background, and suddenly coming into Xbox without much experience in the Xbox division.
I like the
Off in
direction they were going with
2024.
Xbox too,
Prior
because
to that,
they,
Sharma was
you
a
know, they're
former
bringing
VP
over
of
more of the
product and
PlayStation
engineering at Meta and
exclusives
former
to
Instacart COO,
Xbox
who was also a
recently.
board member
Final
of the
Fantasy
Home Depot.
games,
And I'm just like,
lots of
of all
games,
people to be
Silent
at the
Hill
job of head of
remake. They were
Xbox,
bringing those over.
why Sharma? This just feels like Microsoft is
So
trying to go more
seemed like it was going in a
hands-on
good
with
direction. So it's
Xbox,
interesting
and
they're
with how
changing it up now
heavily
because people
Microsoft has
liked
been
that at
pushing
least. I
AI
think
in other sectors of the company, understand what makes this work
she
and
is
protected,
trying
makes
to say
Xbox work and
things
protected.
I
I
think
guess
that
my
would
concern is, shouldn't someone already understand the
make
job
people
that
not
they're
think she's
taking
just going
on
to inject
before
everything with
they
AI
take it
and
on,
stuff. She seems
especially
like
when
she's
it's
trying
one
to
as
say,
big
hey,
as,
I just want to
head of
improve
Xbox? That
Xbox,
starts with
improve
recommitments
Microsoft
first.
gaming,
Great games.
stuff like
Everything
that. So
begins here.
that's kind of
Second,
the
the
angle she's
return of
taking and
Xbox.
putting out
We
there
commit
publicly, at
to our
least.
core Xbox fans and players, those who have invested with us for the past 25 years. Though she's not
Developer
backpedaling
Direct.
on Xbox's transition from like a traditional console with exclusives to a platform that is going to be everywhere across PC, mobile, and cloud, saying that Xbox should feel seamless, instant, and worthy of the communities we serve. And the third point she emphasizes is that she wants to focus on future of play. We're witnessing the reinvention
Future
of play.
of
To
play.
meet the moment, we'll invent new business models and new ways to play.
I think they're going to
by
get rid of the
leaning into
disk drive
what
for
we
sure
already
on the
have. Now, she
next
claims here
consoles or
that she doesn't
Xbox. I mean,
want
that
to
definitely
treat
seems
these
like the direction they're
IPs
going.
as just
And people love to
monetizable
collect
milk
physical,
cows, saying we
so
will not treat those worlds
that'll be
as
interesting. But
static
I
IP
mean, they're going to be pushing
monetize.
digital hard. I
We'll
don't know if
build
they're
a
going to keep it
shared
up with those
platform
disk
and
drives.
tools that empower
It's
developers
nice if you want to
and
watch like a
players
DVD or a
to
Blu-ray or
create
something
and
though.
share
So
their
there's,
own stories.
you know,
And then when it
selling
comes
feature
to
to it,
AI,
but it
she
costs
actually had
them
the
so
following
much
statement
more.
to provide that seems to suggest she doesn't
I'll
want
pause it. It costs them so much more to include those disk drives in the hardware. So they have to decide if it's going to be cost versus, you know, convenience with making everything digital, everything backwards compatible, charging for, I mean, basically like people are saying, like consoles are becoming like a PC. So it's almost like, why not just buy a PC? But then they're talking about putting Steam in the next Xbox. That'd be a massive partnership if Steam was just basically injected in the Xbox ecosystem, like the store, and you could buy all the Steam games on Xbox. That would be crazy for a console. But then I would think they were going to do it on PlayStation too, because PlayStation would want to be competitive. But if Xbox secures that with Steam, huge, I think, for Xbox,
Want
personally.
to slopify Xbox, quote, as monetization and AI evolve and influence the
Probably.
future, we will not chase short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop. Games are and always will be art, crafted by humans and created with the most innovative technology provided by us. Microsoft's core AI product will come out and say, we're totally not planning to implement AI heavily into the development pipe.
That's such a good point he makes. It's so interesting that Microsoft would see that as something that would go over well with people, like with the general public, as far as Xbox consumers and everything. That they put somebody that's so deeply rooted in AI product and a product that nobody seemed to really like that was on Windows. I don't even have Windows. I have Mac, so I don't even know. But that people seem to really dislike on the Windows platform, and they took her and put her in charge of Microsoft Gaming, and people are very protective of gaming, so as you can see on the internet. So that is an interesting decision optically that they did that. It's very interesting.
Feels like the goal here is to stave off any panic that there are any ill intentions with Xbox by implementing Asha Sharma as the head of Xbox Gaming. But that very decision immediately raises red flags.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just saying. It's because people know the division, the AI portion she was responsible for at Microsoft, and the fact that maybe they think, hey, putting a new person will solve this image that people are saying, oh, I don't like the direction Xbox is going. I don't like what they're doing. I don't like how it's been. But in my opinion, with what we were seeing, as far as somebody that's an Xbox consumer, I can say, like, we were seeing those exclusives coming over to Xbox. The marketing was pretty bad as far as, everything's an Xbox, stuff like that. Like, the marketing department was just like, what are you doing? What is this? But seeing the exclusives come over, you don't really know exactly who was responsible for that. You'd probably, say, oh, it's the CEO or it's Phil or something like that, Sarah or Phil. But that was a good thing. That was cool to see. So it's definitely interesting they did this and they thought that looked better. Um, but maybe they just saw so much negative feedback. They're like, let's just change something. Like, just change something and see what happens. I don't know.
Especially with her complete inexperience with not only Microsoft but also Xbox as a
Hard to
whole.
say.
The only way this choice makes sense is if you look at Satya Nadella's recent push for AI, because otherwise you think someone more qualified who is more experienced with the Xbox field and the gaming field would be the one who'd be put in charge of Xbox.
So I actually I did a reply or a tweet just right to the new CEO, and I just told her she should stream. I said you should stream. It'll be good for your image, being like the one of us gamers image. So as far as just like being like invested in it in the community and stuff like that, and with gamers. So if she streams like once a month, I think that would be a pretty good like PR like optics thing for her. And it's also a way for Microsoft as a whole to just promote new games if they want to promote new games like from their studio, etc. I thought it was a good idea. I don't know. Maybe she'll see the tweet. She was responding to some pretty small X accounts, so maybe she'll see the post and maybe she'll be like, "Hey, I'll stream." That'd be cool. So if she does stream, that was my idea.
I've just seen enough of these kinds of statements that never end up panning out, and whatever initial direction a company
Yeah, they make a lot of statements and they don't follow through a lot.
ultimately ends up being
Executives,
words to
companies,
audiences when there are more
they just say stuff that
nefarious
people
or
want to
kind of
hear.
underhanded
That
plans
happens.
that more align with the corporate goals of the executives. This just feels like one of those moves. I just don't see Phil Spencer's replacement here as someone who is confidence inspiring when it comes to delivering what Xbox fans love about Xbox. I just don't think Asha Sharma is the right choice if the goal truly is to make Xbox, more gamer focused and focused on fans. I'm all for a leadership change because Phil Spencer, I don't think, really has done a particularly good job.
And that's probably why they did it, because that's exactly what people were saying. They were saying Phil's not doing a good job, people were saying. And Microsoft picked up on that. Xbox picked up on that, the company. And they just said, yeah, let's just change it up. Maybe that's what we need right now. But like I was saying, the way that the person they did that with, she was responsible for a product that so many people didn't like. So that's an interesting move. Xbox, it seems like a mess as far as like optics go. As far as like the moves they make as a company, it seems kind of like a mess. But I think a lot of people are already thinking that. A lot of people already think it's a mess. So What are you gonna do?
Xbox, but Phil Spencer's replacement doesn't inspire confidence that she'll do any better and that she will take Xbox and take it in the direction that a lot of fans are hoping Xbox will go. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all this, and to be further updated on all things gaming news,
Cool. All right, let's just let's see his
stay tuned right here on your
plug for his channel there.
I'll see you guys next time.
Cool. Yeah. No. I just wanted to check that out. I wanted to see kind of what he said about that, and you know, just a little bit of that news coming out there about the executives leaving and then them putting the new CEO. So very interesting stuff. Take care, guys.